Have you ever been afraid of the blessings that God has for you? Like, you get anxious thinking about what He's doing in your life. You get so freaked out because God wants to bring you to another level, and yet it's something that you're not used to. And you almost rather stay where you are instead of being elevated because you don't know how to handle what God is blessing you with. But the thing is, wherever God is leading you, wherever He guides you, He also provides for you. It's like when you are used to being in a bad relationship, you or you go back to a bad relationship. Let's put it that way. It's like going back to a relationship that you know sucked, right? But you're lonely, you want to be in a relationship, and it's easier to go back to what's familiar. It's easier to go back to what you know because you know that person's faults and their flaws. But you also know the good things about them. So you're more focused on the good things than the bad, knowing darn well that that's not where you're supposed to be at. And it's scary to take a chance on a new person because you don't know what that person comes with. You know all the flaws with the other person, and now you have to get to know somebody new, and you're not really trying to do that. So you rather go back to what you know, even though you know it's bad for you. It's almost like, not almost, it exactly is like the children of Israel. God brought them out of Egypt, right? He took out Pharaoh, got them out of Egypt, and yet they started complaining and murmuring because they were so used to the provisions that they had in Egypt. It doesn't matter how much life sucked or how hard it was in Egypt. They knew where their next meal was coming from. They knew how their provisions were coming. So while they're in the wilderness on the way to the promised land, they're complaining because really, if we want to be real about it, they're complaining out of fear. That's what I believe. Because I found myself doing the same thing. God elevated me, and I immediately started freaking out because I'm like, okay, you're taking me to a new place. I don't know what that's going to look like once I'm there. I don't know what you're going to have me do once I'm there. And I have so many questions. I have more questions than I have answers. And I realized what I was doing, and I had to hop back into Exodus, and I had to reread it because I know that whatever God has planned for me, it's a wonderful plan. Like Jeremiah 29:11, He knows the plans that He has for me. I don't know them. The Bible doesn't say that we know the plans that He has for us. He knows the plans that He has for us. So I just have to have faith and continue this walk. It's not easy. The faith walk, it's not for the faint of heart. That's for sure. But when God is leveling us up, we have to trust and believe that even though we feel that we're not ready, He believes that we're ready, because otherwise He would not have blessed us to go to the next level.